Welcome back to another FPL video. In this one I will take a look at the best possible free hit team ahead of game week 17. I will take a look at the updated watch list as well, so even though if you're not using your free hit, hopefully this video can be useful. Let's have a look. First out, the defenders at the different price points. I like Guardiola at the moment, priced at 5.9. Man City, they have good fixtures. He has done well recently, scored a couple of goals. Expected goal of 1.20. Hopefully Guardiola can continue delivering. So in game week 17, playing at home against West Ham, then they are Nottingham Forest and Sunderland. I can actually see Man City keeping a couple of clean sheets in those fixtures. The next player is Thiago, same as with Guardiola, good attacking threat, 0.92 expected goal involvements in the last 4 game weeks, playing against Chelsea, so not the best fixture. He can potentially wait until game week 18, so not the best fixture for Newcastle. Can't really see them keeping a clean sheet in game week 17 against Chelsea, but of course there is a chance for Newcastle to do well in this fixture and against Man U. And after this, in game week 19, they play against Burnley. So I think Thiago is actually a solid option. And if you need to downgrade like Munoz to upgrade in other areas, I think that Thiago could potentially be a really good option. On a free hit, I would avoid Thiago. Anderson, Nottingham Forest, West Ham and Crystal Palace. He has the potential to pick up defensive contribution points. And of course, Fulham, they can keep couple of clean sheets as well, only priced at 4.6, so he is really budget friendly as well. So solid defensive options: Guardiola, Thiago and Anderson. In midfield, same as with Thiago, I don't really like Anthony Gordon and the fixture in game week 17 playing against Chelsea, so not the best option on a free hit, but if you're using your free transfers, he can be a really good option from game week 18. Bruno Fernandes, of course, not the best fixture for him in the next couple of game weeks as well, playing away against Aston Villa, then Newcastle in game week 18. But Bruno Fernandes, he can do well against anyone. He is the talisman for Man United on most set pieces, including penalties, so I think that Bruno can potentially do well. Last player on this list is Rice, really solid option, taking the corners for Arsenal. Can pick up defensive contribution points, of course, and he can deliver goals and assists as well. So Rice, a really good option. His price has gone up to 7.1, but I think that he still is really good value. So Gordon, Bruno Fernandes, Rice. My priority would be Rice at this point because I think that Anthony Gordon potentially can wait. Bruno Fernandes is always a good FPL option, so in midfield, Gordon, Fernandes and Rice. Up front, if you still don't own Erling Haaland, I think that he should be a priority to bring in. He will be the most captain player in game week 17, a really good fixture at home against West Ham. Then they have Nottingham Forest and Sunderland in game week 19. Igor Thiago, a really good option as well, close to 30%, so he is really popular in the FPL community. And this is actually a really solid option. He will start most games on penalties for Brentford, and the fixtures, they look good as well. The last player on this list is Raul Jimenez. He is the first choice, number 9 for Fulham at the moment. Muniz is still injured. He has solid attacking stats as well, an expected goal of 1.39. So compared to Erling Haaland and Igor Thiago, not in the same category. So we can see that Erling Haaland has 3.33, 3.24 for Igor Thiago. So Raul Jimenez is a bit behind, but only priced at 6.2 and lovely fixtures for Fulham. So I think that Raul Jimenez is worth a punt at the moment. But all of those players could potentially be included in a free hit team, but let's take a look at the best possible free hit team for game week 17. Let's start with the goalkeepers. In goal in my game week 17 free hit team, I would have Petrovic, only priced at 4.5, and a really good fixture for Bournemouth. They have done well at home defensively, so they can potentially pick up a clean sheet in game week 17, and the fixture can't get much better at home against Burnley. On my bench, I have Dubravka. This is mostly because he is the only starting 4.0 at the moment, so if by any chance Petrovic misses out in game week 17, I will have Dubravka on my bench. But Let's have a look at defense. In defense, I gone for some low owned but really solid options. Van Hecke only priced at 4.5. I think that Brighton will do well in this fixture playing at home against Sunderland. Sunderland, they have actually 10 players traveling to compete in the AFCON tournament, so it will be really interesting to see how this affects the Sunderland squad. Van Hecke picked up a couple of attacking returns as well, can get defensive contribution points, and they have the potential to get a clean sheet as well in game week 17. I have Collins, priced at 4.9, playing away against Wolves. Wolves, they are one of the worst teams in the last 4 game weeks, so Brentford, they can potentially do well against them. The last player is a really solid option, Guardiola. I think O'Reilly is decent as well, but I can't see rotation coming his way, so Guardiola, he is the safest Man City defender at the moment. 5.9, selected by 7.5% of the managers, and Guardiola has scored 2 goals in the last 4 game weeks. So in defense, Van Hecke, Collins, Guardiola. On my bench, I have Anderson, the Fulham centre back, and Rodon from Leeds as well. So a solid defense, even though it has a low ownership. In midfield, I've gone for 3 well-owned players and 1 punt. I like Phil Foden at the moment, really good fixture playing at home against West Ham, and an informed Phil Foden, he should be included on a free hit. Bruno Fernandes as well, he has done well in the last couple of game weeks. He's the talisman for Man United on most set pieces, including penalties, so he can do well against Aston Villa. I have Wilson, he's more of a punt, but I really like the fixture for Fulham at home against Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest, they are not the same team as we saw in the 24-25 season, so I think this is a good fixture for Fulham. The last player in my starting 11 in midfield is Semenyo. He did so well at the start of the season, have had some game weeks where he hasn't had the best FPL output, but I think that at some point Semenyo will turn this around and start scoring FPL points again. This could very well be in game week 17, playing at home against Burnley. Picture can't be much better for Semenyo and Bournemouth, so if I were to play my free hit in game week 17, Semenyo would be included. On my bench, I have Schade, another solid option with a good fixture away against Wolves, and he can potentially do well for Brentford. So Foden, Bruno Fernandes, Wilson, Semenyo with Schade on the bench. I think this is a really strong midfield. Up front, I've gone for Erling Haaland. Talked about the fixture a couple of times. Man City at home against West Ham. He can potentially be captain in this team, of course, but if you want to take a punt, there are other options as well, like Igor Thiago. So I have Evan Nilsson. He is more of a punt, only selected by 1.5% of the managers. Same as with Semenyo, he hasn't really delivered in the last game weeks, but I think that fixtures can create some form for Bournemouth and Evan Nilsson, Semenyo. So I would like to have Evan Nilsson in my team. Of course, as mentioned, a big punt, but with only 1.5% ownership, I think it's a good punt. As mentioned, Igor Thiago, another captain option if you don't want to go Erling Haaland. The fixture against Wolves, a really good fixture for Brentford, so Igor Thiago is actually a captain contender for game week 17. Just to be clear, I think that Erling Haaland definitely is the safest option for game week 17. There are some players with their triple captainship left, and I think they will consider to play this chip in game week 17 on Erling Haaland, so his effective ownership will be really high in game week 17, so he is definitely the safest option. But if you want to go against him, Thiago is a solid option. Please let me know what you think about this free team in the comments down below, and let me know who will be your captain. Best of luck for game week 17.